price right away on the one that you want. Plus the Apex Advantage at Toyota of Apex. 2 miles off US 1 on Highway 64 and 24/7 at toyotaofapex.com.
I'm at home. As Starlin Paulino's day is done, and Joe Mackey comes into the 7th for North Carolina A&T. A 2-run lead for Bethune-Cookman, and Mackey's job as the long man has been to try to keep it where it's at, and that's his task against the Bethune-Cookman lineup. They'll have 5, 6, and 7 coming up. Keith Shumate threw out today's first pitch here in Greensboro, and Shumate, 15-year head coach of North Carolina A&T, a program that had nothing. He basically built this program after they had some success in the 70s, a little bit in the early 90s, and then Shumate came in and made it a consistent winner. Now, granted, they've had to deal with Bethune-Cookman the last decade and a half or so. That's why only one regular season title back in 2005. Bethune's been the cream of the crop in the MEAC, but Keith Shumate turned this team into a contender pretty much every year. Mackey starts his day off with a strike to Nick Johnson, and Keith Shumate did some wonderful things in North Carolina A&T before packing up and heading off to a new job.
It's safe to say that had Bethune-Cookman not been around, they would have won more banners, right, besides the one. But there was no question about it. Over the past 8 or 9 years, the only program that could rival Bethune, or that was their biggest challenge, was North Carolina A&T.
Joe Mackey has put up some very solid numbers this season. Best ERA on the team. Granted, it's over 12 appearances, but Mackey, the main reliever in the pen for the Aggies. And a short bullpen it is. Tough bouncer to Radford at short. He will have no play. And they go deep into the hole for that one, and Nick Johnson reaches safely.
We talked about this ball hitting this hard clay right there in front, going deep into the hole, trying to make the backhand from the shortstop position. Ball just got up on Radford to go along with the slip. I'm not so sure Radford would have had enough arm strength to throw him out anyway.
And it is a base hit for Johnson. That was pretty deep in the hole. And here is Juan Pizarro, who's 0 for 2. He does have a sacrifice today. Strikeout and a ground out as well. Both against Starlin Paulino. Does go 6 innings today. Gives up 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Pizarro hammers one towards center, but Carvel Copeland plays it cleanly. Back to first goes Nick Johnson, 1 away. Joe Mackey, 13th appearance of the season. That ERA is the tops on North Carolina A&T's club. They're thinking about maybe using him as a starter during some midweek games, where they realized that his biggest asset is to pitch 2-3 innings at a time, often out of the bullpen. Very good high school ball player, and freshman from Holly Springs, North Carolina, tosses back towards Nick Johnson.
You mentioned he's from Holly Springs, North Carolina. I think one of the changes that you're going to start to see in North Carolina A&T in terms of their recruiting, for years it was only North Carolina, solely North Carolina. Well, now with Coach Sanchez coming in, he said they're going to expand the recruiting boundaries. And that wasn't just a baseball philosophy they had here at A&T. That went through all sports, basketball, football.
Right.
They rarely went out of state to recruit. They almost put restrictions on folks. But Sanchez is very excited about the opportunity to go a little bit south of the border to get some players, and he's looking forward to it.
Remember, he recruited a lot of the guys that are on Bethune-Cookman right now, especially a lot of the pitchers, including Ryan Gonzalez. Throw around to second base, and another steal for the Wildcats. That's 6 today, and Nick Johnson lifts one against Stephon Jordan.
And you see Jordan just trying to earn his keep today. Ball, and you got to go to your backhand side to scoop a ball out of the dirt and try and throw out a base runner. Very difficult task there. You know you got a team being aggressive on the base pass when the first baseman is stealing bags on you.
Back up the middle, Marquise Riley along throw, 2 down. Acevedo retired as Johnson gets into third.
Ball hit right up the middle, good range, getting over there. Riley, put out, look at that on the other side of the bag. Showing you the type of mobility that Marquise Riley has playing second base.
And now Carlos Delgado takes a strike. The runner at third base and 2 down. By the way, the 6 steals for Bethune-Cookman is a season high. Hit 5 in a game against FAMU a couple of weeks back. 6 stolen bases today. And a nice save by Jordan, who throws back behind Johnson. Tendler couldn't hold on, and that may have actually hit Nick Johnson.
No question it hit him. It's just a matter of where.
You'd hope at the very least, if it is going to hit him, maybe on the back of the leg or maybe in a muscle instead of a bone.
Let's go.
Jim Castle is the trainer for Bethune-Cookman, taking a look at Nick Johnson. That was a good stop by Stephon Jordan. Otherwise, Johnson would have scored.
See the trainer working on that back elbow like that funny bone. We got a little numbing sensation going there.
Yeah, right off the back of the elbow.
Right off.
Come on.
Ooh.
Shake it off.
That right elbow, but
Okay, you're on ESPN. All right.
Again, Jordan making that stop behind home plate. Otherwise, likely Johnson at least would have had a chance to score. Instead, a ball and a strike on Carlos Delgado, who hit the ball very hard in the 5th inning, but right at Luke Tendler, who turned a 5-3 double play. 5-4 double play, I should say. 2 balls and a strike on Carlos Delgado. They got the professional athlete name all-stars, I think, on Bethune-Cookman. In the air foul. Come on, they got Josh Johnson. You got Carlos Delgado.
David Lee.
They got David Lee. You got the NBA, Major League Baseball, the NFL, all represented. 2-2 on Delgado. A man at third and 2 outs in the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Mackey avoids damage. Joe Mackey, the freshman, comes on, gives him a leadoff single, but retires the rest of the side in order. It's stretch time in Greensboro.